Hi. Just wanted to welcome everyone here today as we wrap up our Donate Life Tennessee and the Tennessee Drivers Services Centers Appreciation Month. We have some folks here that I want to acknowledge and thank them for being here. Commissioner Long, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Director Hogan, thank you. And some special guests, we have Chief of Staff Terry Ash, thank you. And Chairman Whitson, thank you. And Mayor Anderson, thank you. My name is Dina Clapper, and I'm the Associate Executive Director for Tennessee Donor Services. And I really am privileged to be here and to say thank you to the frontline staff of our driver centers that are championing the organ and tissue donation. They believe in it, and they're communicating it to the public. So thank you for doing that. I wanted you to know that 99% of the people that are registered on our state registry do so through the Driver Services Center. 99%. It's amazing. It's a huge impact these folks are making. And just by simply asking a question, do you want to register to be an organ and tissue donor? They're not only giving the people in front of them the opportunity to save a life, but they're also giving hope to the over 3,000 people in Tennessee that are waiting for an organ transplant and all those that love those individuals. So keep asking the question. You're making a huge difference. I wanted to thank the Department of Safety and Homeland Security for our partnership. Without them, this would not be possible, for sure. I also want to make one plea to you. Keep asking the question. Keep talking to the community, because there's so many lives to be saved. So many people are depending on us. So keep that communication going. And know that our work is not done until the list is gone. So I want to now turn it over to Commissioner Long. After I've been sitting here having a conversation.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, Deanna. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you to our partners, Donate Life of Tennessee and Mid-South Transplant Foundation. Their volunteers and their staff have been visiting our driver services centers all month, rewarding our driver service employees with goodie baskets as a way of saying thank you for encouraging and registering our citizens to become organ and tissue donors while visiting a driver services center. Our department appreciates their mission to save lives through organ and tissue donation and registration. Also this morning, we want to thank Chairman Sam Whitson, our representative here in Franklin, and Williamson County Mayor Rogers Anderson for being with us this morning, and I will ask them to make a few remarks here in just a few minutes. But September is Donate Life Driver Services Appreciation Month. I would be remiss if I didn't publicly thank all of our hard-working Driver Service Center employees for the great work they do day in and day out. They represent our department very well, play an important role in our department's mission. This week is Tennessee Driver Services Center Appreciation Week, which I'm very proud of, and it's being recognized by Governor Bill Lee with a proclamation, and I want to thank him for doing that for us. We think about the loved ones whose lives have been saved by a donor. We also think about the loved ones that have given the life and the gift of donation. Our Driver Services Division is devoted and committed to ensure Tennesseans have the opportunity to become an organ and tissue donor. Right now, there are 106,687 people on the national waiting list for a life-saving transplant. Over 3,000 of them are here Tennesseans, our own people. In 2020, there were 449 organ donor heroes in the volunteer state, giving a second chance of life to approximately 1,300 people, and thousands of other lives were impacted by tissue donation. One organ donor can save up to 8 lives. A single tissue donor can improve the lives of 75 or more individuals. As you heard her say, 99% of all Tennessee donors registered to be an organ and tissue donor here at our Tennessee Driver Services Center. At this time, I want to share a small personal story with you to let you know I know how much and how important donation is. I have 3 children, I have 2 adult children, but unfortunately in 1982, my wife Dora and I lost a child from a heart defect. At that time, Vanderbilt asked us if we would do a donation of our heart to try to do some research that we maybe would save the life of a child later through the years. Later on, we found, matter of fact, here in Franklin, Tennessee, at an event we were at about heart celebration here in Franklin, and we met a young couple who came up and thanked us for the donation we made and because it saved their child's life. Their young man is still doing very prosperous here in our community. We keep up with the family on a regular basis, watch him develop on Facebook and social media. He now has had another transplant and has done so well, and we are so blessed to have been a part of his life and helping him save his life. Today I stand here celebrating her life, my daughter, and all the special people that have given the gift of life or received the gift of life from that. I'm challenging all of our Driver Services Center to be the gift challenge. The goal of the challenge is to increase organ and tissue registration for the remainder of 2021. The top Driver Services Center that registers the most citizens will be recognized early next year. At this time, I want to recognize the Williamson County Mayor Rogers Anderson and ask him if he will please come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. It's an honor to be here. I look at the Commissioner, and I think of the Sheriff, and there's another Sheriff here, and it's out of Wilson County, and I'd like to say welcome to Williamson County. To the folks that are watching this today, the importance of it just cannot be stressed enough. Here in Williamson County, we like to think of ourselves as the leader in so many of the things that we do. And one of those things that sometimes gets put on the back burner only because we just don't bring it out in the forefront is the ability to donate, be a donator of your organs or tissues that does make a life in so many people. You heard the Commissioner make a reference to him and his wife and a child that they lost. I think all of us have those personal stories, and we're all touched by those human stories that continue on to live and do fine in the respective counties we're at. Thank you very much for allowing me to say a few words, but even more so, thanks for having this wonderful center here for our people here in Williamson County and surrounding areas to come and not have to travel and to Nashville and some of the other areas. And we're just so thankful for the commitment that the state has given us. Thank you for your service. Thanks for what you mean. And Terry, same thing to you for the many years of hard service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for being here. And at this time, I want to introduce our state representative out of Williamson County and chairman of several of the committees in the legislature, Chairman Sam Whitson.
Thank you, Commissioner, and I just want to compliment you and your outstanding team. I tell you what, there's none better in this state, and I've always enjoyed working with you and your folks. And also Tennessee Donor Services for the Tennessee Life, Donate Life Tennessee program is so important. I am proud to have the heart on my driver's license, and it means so much to be able, if it ever needs to happen, to make sure that we continue to take care of those that we leave behind. Again, Commissioner and team, thank you so much for this opportunity. We appreciate so much what y'all do for the people of Tennessee.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, I want to introduce Director Michael Hogan. Michael is the director of our driver services across the state of Tennessee. Mike?
Good morning, Commissioner. I'd like to thank you for those words as well as for the mayor and for chairman. As Commissioner Long has said, I'd like to echo that we have some of the most passionate and dedicated and loyal employees who fight every day on the front line to increase organ and tissue donation. What we've gone through this past month, the challenges and some of the competitions we've had to increase the awareness has been one of our more successful campaigns. About 3 years ago, we had a campaign called Ring the Bell. If you ever came to a driver service center, you would see that anytime someone became an organ and tissue donor, that they would ring a bell, and so we are so proud of them. As Dana mentioned earlier, 99% of individuals who register to be organ and tissue donors, it takes place here at the Driver Service Center, and we are proud of that. Our goal with this new Be the Gift Challenge is to increase that. I'm challenging the staff, just as Commissioner has stated, to go out and ask that simple question: would you like to be an organ and tissue donor? It's that simple. Lives can be saved just by asking that one question. Now, at this time, I'd like to ask if any media has any question, or anyone else have any questions? All right, thanks for everyone for coming.